Revelation 1820. From the 19th of February 1941. Defeating the divine source of power through resistance. Anyone who opposes divine activity forfeits an unnamable grace, for he rejects God himself, who wants to impart his strength to the human being. Admittedly, the influx of divine strength is not felt by the body to the same extent as it is felt by the soul. Indeed, the body is often even forced by it to renounce earthly pleasures and rebels against it. That is, the soul is forced towards the spiritual within itself by divine strength, while the body likewise demands its devotion to itself, and thus the human being is in a battle with himself, and now the will must not waver, the body must not gain supremacy, for it would signify the loss, the drying up of the flow of strength from God, and extremely endanger the soul and bring it to spiritual standstill or decline. The human will cannot be forced, and therefore it must decide for itself. It must release the soul of its own accord, it must support its desire to make contact with the spiritual, but it must not let the body have its way. He must not simultaneously flirt with the world and force the soul to share in the body's desires. The influx of spiritual strength, in turn, can only be consciously requested, and the human being's desire for the world often prevents him from asking for spiritual good. And thus the human being resists a grant from above. He does not gratefully accept it but only reluctantly, and this silent resistance results in the divine source of strength running dry, and the human being is subsequently in a pitiful state. He seeks worldly pleasures and does not find them. But he does not desire spiritual good, and therefore it cannot be offered to him either. And even if life passes by without deep excitement, he will not find satisfaction in it, he will not see anything beautiful in it, for he is poor in spiritual possessions but has already experienced their gracious effect. The human being should sincerely and humbly request strength from God, but every refusal is a resistance against this strength, and thus God withdraws it, and spiritual hardship is the result, but never spiritual progress. Amen.